Fan230 here, and today we talk Gallery of Suicide by Cannibal Corpse. This is their second album with George Corpse Fisher on lead vocals, and this is also another new lineup change, where Rod Barrett had left the band, their guitar player, and they got a new guitarist, Pat O'Brien, which in my opinion he's one of the best Cannibal Corpse guitarists they ever gotten. He's pretty good. That's just one thing to know about this album. Now, my honest opinion about this album, to be quite honest, it's okay, but in my opinion, I don't really consider it their best album. I feel like it has some weak moments. I mean, I'm not saying that it sucks. I mean, there's some songs that are pretty badass, but to be honest, I feel like it just doesn't seem like one of their best, in my opinion. Like, a lot of people don't really talk about this whole album. It feels like the albums in between, from Vile to around probably Wretched Spawn or Kill, those albums in between, a lot of people don't really talk about it because I believe that it seems pretty much forgettable. But yeah, but I will talk about the good things I like. The music on this album sounds pretty good. But and the production, well, I should also talk about the producer. I mean, they got a new producer. Vile was the last album to have Scott Burns as producer. They got another new good producer, Jim Morse. I mean, yeah, and the production, I don't know. It sounds a bit odd, in my opinion. Like, it doesn't seem like it's sort of a little out of place. But yeah, and there's the songs. I mean, there's the songs that are pretty. They have too many songs. It's like 14 songs. Seems pretty much a lot for a Cannibal Corpse album, in my opinion. Yeah, but let's just talk about these songs. It feels like some of these songs are just meh, but I did like it for the most part. But let's talk about the songs. The album opens up with a song called "I Will Kill You," which is a pretty decent opener, I have to say. It's pretty good, but it has a weird start. I don't know why. Yeah, it's a pretty decent opener. Next song is called "Disposal of the Body," which the music sounds pretty awesome, but the vocals were not great, but they were good. Not great, but good, if you know what I'm saying. Next song is called "Sentenced to Burn," which is one of the better songs on this album. It has some catchy guitars and some really heaviness in there. In fact, all Cannibal Corpse songs are heavy. What the fuck am I saying? Anyway. Next song is called "Blood-Drenched Execution," which has to me, that's sort of where the vocals were a little bit weak in that song. Like, I do find it impressive how George actually transitions from the high to low singing, but I feel like in this album, on this song, I feel like the highs don't really sound really that good, in my opinion. I mean, I feel like a lot on this album, I should also point out, is that I feel like I've heard some people saying that this is where Cannibal Corpse wanted to experiment. And I feel like they wanted to I think George wanted to experiment with his vocals, but to be honest, I just didn't think his vocals were that up to par, in my opinion. So that's just my opinion. So then we get to the title track of the album, "Gallery of Suicide," which has very much a slower start. This song, it sort of has a little slow parts, but it's a good song. Next song is called "Dismembered and Molested," which is just fast. It's just like a minute 55 seconds. It's just bleh. Yeah. Next song is called "From Skin to Liquid," which the intro, to be honest, it seems a little bit out of place. Nice, and it's also it's an instrumental, which is a pretty good song, I have to say. Hey, next song is called "Unite the Dead," which is another one of the better songs. It's very heavy. It's just, yeah, just heavy, like, grr. Next song is called "Stabbed in the Throat," which is a good song, I have to say. Stabbed in the Throat, just. Next song is called "Chambers of Blood," which has a lot of good guitar parts and has some fast lead playing and some good solos in that song. Next song is called "Headless," which one of the better songs that George actually sings on. The vocals sound pretty good, and the leads are just fantastic. Yeah. Next song is called "Every Bone Broken," which to be, my one main criticism about that one song is that the drums seem a little bit weak. I feel like there could have been some more drumming in that song, some more interesting drum parts. Next song is called Centuries of Torment, which is a pretty good song. It's very technical. Okay, which is pretty good. Then we get to the last song on the album. Is called Crushing the Despised, which the ending seems a little bit weak. I feel like this album is... overall, Gallery of Suicide is okay, but it's not one of their best albums. I mean, it's not terrible, but it could have been better. That's just my opinion. So overall, I would give Gallery of Suicide by Cannibal Corpse a 7.5 out of 10. Just later, guys. Keep it metal.